It's a real interesting Thanksgiving when you have to time your edibles before you get to the house of the cop. Yeah, he's a cop, but you know what? I think he's okay. I knew he was the right one because he's got a sense of humor. He can take a joke. Because I gave him that same speech and stared him down, and he looked at me and went, "Okay, big boy, bend over. Let's see who's better." For the record, it was her, as they now have 2 children, and I am not married. A little bit of info about me. I am not from Michigan. I am from Indiana. I live in Elkhart County, which means I am close enough to smell the legal weed, but I am not allowed to smoke it. Are you wooing me not being able to do pot? Thanks. I live in a small town called Napanee, Indiana. If you don't know where that is, it's where they make the best meth and the worst Amish. It might be the other way around. I haven't figured it out yet. For the buddy who's here from Lancaster doing a comedy, we're like the Breaking Bad of your Amish community. And it's nuts. It's nuts. I don't know if you've ever had the privilege of trying to change a tire and getting passed by a horse and buggy like, haha, who's fucking wrong now? It's wild. And then I do not work in Napanee, though. I work in another town in Indiana called Goshen. If you don't know where it is, I'm going to fill you in on something. You need to speak Spanish to be able to work in Goshen. Thankfully for my company that I work for, I am their translation gringo. We work right next to a tax place that caters to Latinos, and I work with 3 boomers who do not obble the Eskimo. April is hell every year. You just get people who come in and they're like, taxes? And they're like, no. I tried to teach them. I'm like, you need to say 2 doors to the left. Dos puertos a la izquierda. It was too big of an order. None of them were figuring that out. I got in late one day. My boss was pissed. We had a lot of accidental patronage, and he goes, hey, how do I tell him to stop bothering me? I go, you just say no me molesta. I didn't think that one through because now whenever a Latino walks into the business, my boss just screams at him, don't molest me! Don't molest me! It worked, guys. They don't bother him anymore. Also, my boss is my dad. And I'm a nepotism hire. Go Irish. We'll go ahead and we'll slide into the backside so we can get these other comments up here. As I said earlier, I am not married, but I am engaged. I get married this year in October. Somebody looked at this big old piece of shit and went, yeah, forever. Thank you. Her judgment's suspect, but my mother likes her, and that seems to be all that really matters. Do we have any other couple? Is that a couple over there? Hell yeah. Do you ask each other weird shit in the middle of the night? Being a comic, it's a next level thing. My lady keeps like a list of the random shit I ask her when I'm half asleep. She broke it out one day. I'm like, I don't say weird shit at night. And she goes, oh, but you do. List. Apparently, I rolled over one night and I go, hey, babe, do you think illiterate people enjoy alphabet soup as much as the rest of us? Hey, babe, when you think about it, a foreskin's really just a dick duvet. Guys, I now know what a duvet is because I'm engaged. This one's more just personal preference. I don't trust anyone with a cracked phone to hold a baby. I did a show last night and I did that joke. I was in LaPorte and there was some drunk chick named Squirrel in the back of the bar who yelled, I've been through 6 of those. And I'm like, kids are babies. Phones are babies. I hope it was phones. I am no longer allowed to ask my lady questions in the middle of the night, though, after my last one. She brought it up the next morning immediately. Apparently, in my sleep, I rolled over and I asked her, do you think that it's weird that we call inbred people we call brain-dead people vegetables, but we don't call inbred people sandwiches? Yeah, I fucked up my own joke. We're going to move along from that. Who here thinks your phone listens to you? Hell yeah, I found that out the hard way. You know, my girl and I, we were talking about getting a new mattress. Our phone just automatically started sending Big Fig ads to us. 1, I don't appreciate that you're listening to me. And 2, even more, I don't appreciate that you assume that we are both fat. We are, but that doesn't mean that we need Big Figs. It does. But It goes on and on from that. I said I need deodorant. I get Old Spice ads. I said that we were going to rearrange the closet and need more hangers. I started getting ads for abortions. It was ridiculous. Reality TV fans. We do watch a lot of more reality TV now that she has moved in with me. Do we have any reality TV fans out there? You right there. What's your show? I can't. You're going to have to yell. Okay. Mine specifically, this is the one for us in our house. It's The Bachelor. But the one that really got me was The Golden Bachelor, the one with all the old people trying to bang. I was hooked from the minute I saw a commercial for that. They just had this prim and proper broad up on stage. She's giving her pitch. She's like, hello, my name is Rebecca, and I'm 64 years young. And I just think the 80s were a better time. There were better parties, better music, better politics. And I'm like, was it really better, Rebecca? Or was it because 40 years ago you weren't Rebecca from Schaumburg, Illinois? You were Becky from Chicago, and you loved doing cocaine. An average weekend for Becky, she'd go out, hoover a toilet seat, clean, and come back like, guys, I did blow with Michael Jordan's bodyguard. This lady had to have been so familiar with bull semen, she was just working her way through the Bulls roster. Dude, she was so familiar with it, she could have been an extra on Yellowstone. It was ridiculous. But we'll wrap up with this one right here, and I'll give the time back to everybody else. We hit a couple's pinnacle. We went out and we bought a car together. We got a Subaru. So now she is a lesbian. But I got titties, so we're making that shit work. It is a red Subaru, and she got extra excited about that because she had only ever had silver cars before. We're driving off the lot, and she goes, oh my God, I got my first colored car. I'm like, baby, you cannot say that. She goes, well, why not? And I go, one, it sounds racist as hell. And two, a colored car is a Chrysler 300. But we'll finish with this one right here. I'm a dog person. I have been my whole life. I have 2 dogs. She is a cat person. She came with 2 cats. They now live in our house. They do not like me. I stole them from their nice cozy lady apartment and built them a cat cave in my basement. Like, it's a nice basement, okay? There's cat trees, there's toys, we got a TV, we put birds on for them. It's a whole ordeal. You'd think the cats, though, that I put them in the fucking basement from Silence of the Lambs. Like, it's ridiculous. But they are finally starting to warm up to me. The other day, I was watching the Pacers, fingers crossed for tomorrow in Game 7, and one of the cats got up and got in my chest and got all cute and cuddly and cozy and, like, snuggled in. And then that cat turned right around and it put its butthole right in my face. It looked back over its shoulder, we made eye contact, and I said, look at you, you are just like your mama. She hates that joke, but she loves me. I'm Charlie Burkley, everybody. Thank you very much.